Welcome to my channel. I am Ben, the business analyst expert.
In today's video, we're diving into one of the most effective methods to transform a struggling business. Imagine this. 90% of failing businesses could be saved with a single strategic move. By the end of this video, you'll discover a 5-step blueprint that turned a $2 million debt into a $10 million success story. Stay tuned, because I'm saving the most powerful strategy for last. Method number 1 alone could turn your struggling business into an empire. Before we begin, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on future videos. I'm here to share a proven playbook that separates the top 10% who succeed from the 90% who don't. I've worked with a private equity firm that has turned around dozens of struggling businesses. Today, we're breaking down strategies that actually work. So, we'll start with the fundamentals and, build up to the ultimate game changer. Strategy number 1 is so powerful, it doesn't just save businesses, it actually builds empires. First, let's hear from you. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had a business idea that just didn't work out? Let's turn that around. And, hey, definitely stick around for method number 1. It's honestly the difference between surviving and thriving. Let's start with method number 5. Strategic pivot power. Sometimes the best turnaround isn't really about fixing what's broken. It's about changing direction entirely. When Apple launched iTunes podcasting, Odeo's founders knew they couldn't compete. So, they pivoted to microblogging, and Twitter was born. Here's your pivot framework. Step 1. Listen to market feedback. Are customers asking for something you don't offer? Step 2. Assess your resources. Can you make the change without going under? Step 3. Consider timing. Is the market ready for your pivot, or are you too early or too late? Consider a restaurant struggling during COVID. Instead of keeping an empty dining room open, they pivoted to meal kit delivery. They used their existing kitchen, staff, and recipes to create a new revenue stream. Within 6 months, they were more profitable than ever. But here's a reality check. If market feedback shows no demand, if you lack the resources, or if the timing is off, it might be time to pivot rather than push forward. Now, method number 4. The loyalty multiplication effect. Here's a surprising fact. It costs 5 times more to acquire a new customer than to keep an existing one. Yet, many struggling businesses focus on new customers while losing current ones. A software company I worked with was losing customers fast. Their churn rate was crushing them. They introduced a simple strategy and cut churn by 60% in 90 days. Their formula? Communication, value, and surprise. Okay, so here's how it works. Communication means having regular, meaningful contact with your customers. Not just sales pitches, but, offering real value. Value is all about delivering on your promises and, honestly, going beyond what's expected. And surprise? Well, that's when you occasionally exceed expectations in ways your customers didn't see coming. So, this software company sent out personalized video messages, showing customers some of the features they hadn't used yet, offered free training sessions, and even gave the occasional account upgrade at no cost. And the result? Not only did fewer customers leave, but they started buying more services. Try this today. Send a personal video message to your top 10 customers. Just thank them for their business and ask how you can serve them better. You'll be amazed at the response. Seriously. Next, method number 3. Revenue diversification reset. I once worked with a tech startup that relied on just one product line. When a competitor launched a better version, their revenue dropped by 70% overnight. But instead of panicking, they found new revenue streams. They leveraged their industry expertise to launch a consulting service, and within 6 months, consulting actually matched their product revenue. They created a 3-pillar revenue model: core product, service, and passive income. Here's how you do it. Look at your assets, your knowledge, customer base, systems, or even your space. How can you use these for new revenue streams? A failing gym, for example, added online coaching and meal planning. Suddenly, they weren't limited by their physical space. Hey, just a quick word of caution here. Don't spread yourself too thin. You really want to master one revenue stream before trying to add another. For example, that gym we talked about? They perfected online coaching before they even thought about tackling meal planning. So, yeah, sequence really does matter. Alright, now let's get into method number 2. Ruthless cost elimination using the 80-20 rule. Think of your business like a leaky bucket. It honestly doesn't matter how much revenue you pour in if it's just leaking right back out. Most owners are so focused on bringing in more revenue, when, honestly, they should really be paying attention to those leaks. Here's the truth. 80% of your costs usually come from just 20% of your expenses. I had this restaurant owner I worked with who thought he just needed more customers. But after doing an audit, we found out that 3 underperforming menu items were actually causing 40% of his food costs, all because of waste and complexity. So he cut those items. Food costs dropped, the kitchen ran smoother, and customer satisfaction actually improved because, well, staff focused on doing fewer things really well. Here's your emergency expense framework. You want to categorize every expense as essential, nice to have, or luxury. Essential expenses generate revenue or keep you compliant. Nice to haves improve efficiency or customer experience. And, luxuries are everything else. In turnaround mode, you've got to cut all luxuries, reduce nice to haves by 50%, and audit essentials to make sure they're truly necessary. Seriously, review your last 3 months of expenses tonight. You'll be shocked at what you find. Finally, method number 1. The ultimate game-changing partnership strategy. This is the strategy that, honestly, can transform a dying business into an empire overnight. Meet Sarah, who owned an e-commerce store and was, wow, $300,000 in debt. She tried everything: cost-cutting, new marketing, product pivots. Nothing worked. She was just weeks from bankruptcy when she discovered private equity partnerships. Sarah partnered with JL Capital Ventures, a top private equity firm that, really specializes in turnarounds. Within 30 days, they provided capital to stabilize operations. Within 90 days, they implemented proven systems and brought expert mentorship. In just 18 months, her business grew by 400%. Private equity partnerships bring 3 things: capital, expertise, and networks. JL Capital Ventures doesn't just invest money, they become your partner in transformation. Here's how it works. They assess your business potential, provide capital to stabilize and grow, implement proven systems, offer expert guidance, and connect you to industry experts and customers. But there's a catch. Top firms like JL Capital Ventures only work with businesses showing real potential. To qualify, you need annual revenue of at least $1.5 million, a team of 10 or more, pre-debt margins of at least 10%, serious financial or operational stress, and leadership ready for change. If you qualify, expect a first-stage turnaround in 15 to 30 days, stabilized operations in 90 to 120 days, long-term profitability, debt relief, and renewed confidence. This isn't just about survival. It's about partnering with experts who turn struggling businesses into market leaders. So, let's recap the 5 game changers. First up, there's strategic pivoting when the market demands it. Then, we have customer retention that honestly multiplies profits. Next, revenue diversification without overextending yourself. Also, smart cost cutting with the 80-20 rule. And finally, the ultimate empire builder private equity partnerships for explosive growth. These strategies have helped over 200 businesses go from red to black. But method number 1? That's what turns a rescue into a rocket ship. If you're ready to transform your business, click the link in the description to see if you qualify for JL Capital Ventures Turnaround Program. This could be the partnership that changes everything. If this video helped you see a path forward, hit the like button and subscribe for more business rescue strategies every week. Next week, I'm revealing the number 1 mistake that kills 99% of business turnarounds. You don't want to miss it. Your business doesn't have to fail. With the right strategy and partners, you can turn your biggest challenge into your greatest success story.
Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done it yet, and don't forget to click the notification button. I hope you guys learned and enjoyed this video. Thank you, and have a great day.